Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, a Divine Messenger, delivering messages to you from the higher realms. Welcome in everyone. So we're going to take a look at the current energies with this new stained glass tarot that I got in the silver. I love these decks. I've got a couple of them. I kind of fell in love with them. So this one's fun though because it's got the meanings on it, new age, reversed, upright, whatever. So I like that, right? I feel we channel some newer messages too that come through. So anyway, let's see. I always like to talk about the decks that I'm using, especially if you like them and you want to get them. I get all my decks from Amazon, you know. So I'll start listing the links or whatever. I will be setting up, you know, having the links where you can get them. But right now I'm just kind of putting that out there. So let's see what's going on with the current energy. I'm just going on with the current energy. The Two of Cups. Okay, I'll take that. True love, mutual respect, connections, and union. This is a strong energy that's coming out because I really feel that whoever this is, like you're at this place of like, you know what you want and what you're worthy of, what you desire to have, and you're going after it. Okay. See, other meanings associated with this card that I often might not have used would be delayed news. Curious, planning, guarded, quick-witted, and chatty. Oh, I didn't tell you what card I'm talking about. The Page of Swords. This is what's on the bottom next to the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so something is going on here with your destiny. Changes, cycles, a decisive moment, luck, unexpected events. Like when the Wheel of Fortune appears, things are going on in your world, okay? So there is there's stuff ongoing. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. It's interesting. Right when I start this reading, when I was starting yesterday, the same man appeared, and he's appeared again around the exact same time that I'm doing this reading, and it's a totally different time frame. That's why it's it's very significant to me. I'm not sure what this is about. Because I was just talking about cycles and patterns. Unexpected events. You know, the Page of Swords, I often give it as gathering information, okay, planning. Next to the Wheel of Fortune, like, we're going to have to find out more to find out what's going on here. But let's see. It's interesting I got distracted. Somebody could be distracting you when you're trying to put together a plan. You know, and it brings back to my son and stuff too. Like he had a plan in a set way. He wanted to do something, and then all day it's been hitting him like, wow, things are happening sooner than expected. Like this isn't going according to my plan. We had certain plans and places of ways we were going to handle things. They're getting handled differently. Okay, so there's something about that, right? The Ten of Cups came out in the Six of Cups. Oh, something in my phone here. This has to do with family. Ten of Cups for me is family. Six of Cups, past memories, nostalgia, comfort, pleasure, playfulness, innocence. And the Emperor. Protection, authority, stability, discipline, and father figure. What's going on with the Emperor? I feel like we need to light this. I was going to light this, and then I got into starting the reading. Let's clear the space. I just realized I didn't really call in my team. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I just sat down and got into the cards. Divine Source, Spirit. All my angels, all my guides, all my spiritual teachers, all the shamans, all the gurus, all the high priests, the high priestesses, the gods, the goddesses, the ascended masters, Deck on the shamans. My galactic guides. I'm hearing reverence. I'm not sure what reverence is, but calling in for protection, guidance. Get everything together. Like, I was just so ready to get into this energy. Like, I'm getting something about things being fast-tracked. Okay. Like I said, things aren't going according to plan. Things are happening faster than you suspected. Reverence is deep respect for someone or something. Regret or treat with deep respect. Okay, what else is with reverence? Refers to the feeling of an attitude of deep respect, tingled with awe. It implies profound respect mingled with love, devotion, and admiration for someone or something. Additionally, it can manifest as a gesture of respect, such as a bow or a curtsy. So that was coming through as I was calling in my guides. The deck reverse Eight of Wands wanted to flip in reverse, which is about waiting, chaos, losing momentum, and being unprepared. Like, you're unprepared for something. Like, something is happening faster. Okay, accelerated towards you. So it could be making you feel like you're not ready for something. But it's more happening faster because you're deserving of it. This is something, you know how sometimes have you ever been like put in a position or given something, you're like, whoa, hold up, I ain't ready for this. But they're like, but you are. You've done something to where you've been noticed, right? That's why I'm getting like the reverence. Like, somebody wants to like bow to you, curtsy, like you're being given something because of something. Something is fast tracked because it's meant to be. Maybe this is something where you want to skip a step, okay? Sometimes that happens where it's like, no, you're in alignment for a certain path and now things are being like, being amplified, being pushed faster, further, okay? Because the Eight of Wands is fast-moving energy. Something is going on fast with your destiny, right? Nine of Wands is coming out, another fast-moving energy. Charming hero, energetic, rebellious, and hot-tempered. Okay, we got the Queen of Pentacles coming out with the Nine of Swords as well, and the Page of Cups. Okay. Let's see, all these court cards, 3 court cards. Who are you dealing with, collective? Anxiety, guilt, insomnia, depression. I feel that as something's like coming in, you could be having like energy that's trying to offset that, trying to make you feel as though you shouldn't be pursuing something, okay? Or, you know, the Page of Cups is idealism, innocence, messages, dreamer, loyalty, and a surprise. You know, there's something with orange popping too. You know, this deck is very much silver, gray and white, black and white. I thought the entire deck was this way. There are a few cards in this deck that have color, okay? Very few. All right, I know the death card's got like a red heart on it. I've only used it a few times, but I just realized this Page of Cups has an orange goldfish in the card. And I was just realizing I was feeling orange to put this on before doing this reading. A man just drove by in an orange shirt. There's something very much with orange. Sacral energy, creative energy. See, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, nurturing, comfort, sensible, luxurious. I haven't often heard her as luxurious before. Okay, and the orange is standing out to me very strong on the timer on my phone. All shades of orange, dark orange, light orange. Now I read frequency and energy, so see this orange on the box. So look up orange, right? And orange rims on that car. Orange is just popping so much. You know, and that's a creative energy. You know, just like sexual energy associated with the sacral, like you either use it that way or you use it as a form of creation. So a lot of you, like, there's something very much going on with your creative energy. And look up goldfishes too. The significance of goldfish, right? And a goldfish standing out on the card. Now to the Knight of Pentacles, to the Five of Cups. What else is going on with this spread? Three of Pentacles. See, there's some sort of collaboration, some sort of teamwork, energy. Maybe this is something where it's like you thought you were going to build or create something by yourself, but then now there's this collaboration that comes in. Or you have somebody that's pushing you. All these cards are fun. We've seen the Emperor coming out. The Empress is here. Emperor, Empress, Ace of Cups, Four of Swords. You know, somebody could be fast-tracking you because they could have healed, so it could have triggered you to heal something. The Devil. So see, there's something. I always say, like, when you on it, you're about to create something. You're in this beautiful energy. Something is going to try to derail you. That's when you know, like, you on point with something. When you run into these obstacles, things are never just go in the flow and are perfect. You know what I mean? Like, if you're really on something and you're creating something or you're advancing, you're leveling up or whatever, you run into things. That's kind of like when you know you are on the right path. When you run into resistance, you run into obstacles and hurdles and things that you have to overcome. That's when you know. Okay, because otherwise it'd be too easy if we just always obtained everything that we tried for. Do you know what I mean? Where would the story, where would things be? You know, that's why I feel that you're passing these things with grace. Okay, I think you could not even be aware that, like, you're being tested in these certain things. Okay, for some of you, that's why you might not even be like, what is she talking about? Like, things are always easy. Because maybe when you reach the resistance, you don't see it as that. You just see it as, like, something you need to tweak or change. And I've ran into people that are like that. They like when they run into struggle and resist, and they just expect it. So they don't look at it as something holding them back. They don't look at it as, like, a delay. Okay? Because they just know it's part of the process, right? I hope this is making sense the way that I'm explaining this, right? Okay. But there's something with this creative energy, okay. It's been a long time. Something's fast-tracked now because it's like maybe the obstacles, the hurdles, the setbacks, you already endured those. So that's where I feel like now maybe things are taking off faster and you're like, well, why are things going so fast? Like, why is this happening now? Because you were already dealing with the setbacks and the delays. And sometimes, you know, you do those things, but you have to wait. There's something with that. Like, you already went through a lot of the setbacks and the things, and you were being bound in something with the Eight of Swords. Maybe you needed to change one thing, okay? And now it fast tracks it. And maybe that's what happens here. The Nine of Cups. Success. And that's what I mean. I'm getting, like, overnight success. Like, things are happening rapidly for you. Maybe you took a risk. You made a decision. Two of Wands here. Maybe you shift paths. You got on an abundant timeline. You got off of something. Queen of Cups. You let something go. Five of Wands. There was conflict, rivals, or maybe something was removed. Something could have been eclipsed out with this eclipse season. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, well, the sun did reverse, so I'm going to take it as that. Blocked happiness, unrealistic expectations, and pessimism. There's something with that. Like, maybe you needed to let go of something. Maybe you were holding yourself back because, you know, sometimes we set ourselves back. We're like, no, we need to have perfect conditions. We need to. Now is not the time. Like, maybe it was a mindset, but maybe it was energy surrounding you that was putting you in that mindset. Maybe you let go of a certain person or a situation, but something changed here. Okay? So it came out on top of the Queen of Cups. This could have been somebody putting you in this energy as well. Sometimes we cut people off, and then guess what? Now you don't have someone putting you in that energy anymore. Somebody was blocking your happiness. So something could have been eclipsed out. Yeah, I flip right to the damn devil. The Hermit and the devil. Independence, revelation, release, reclaiming power. You reclaim some sort of power over the devil, right? And the devil can represent, it doesn't always have to be a person. It could be an addiction. It could be a toxic mindset or a habit or something. I know something that I did is I was letting YouTube and videos run my consciousness, like keeping me bound to certain levels and restrictions by certain content that I was surrounding myself with, because there were some enchantresses pulling me in and keeping me to certain levels and blocking my creativity and stuff. So for me, it was going through a YouTube detox and cleanse, right? So it literally, it could be certain things, and it can be those people. You do open up to certain channels, right? I mean, I don't know how metaphysical they want me to go with this. I'm almost out of time, right? And then I have to go get lunch done. But there's something with, like, you got to be careful what you subscribe to, what you watch. Be mindful of what you give your time to. That's why I don't like to keep my readings long. The ones that keep your readings, their video, their content, whatever it is, really long, like, they're energy harvesting off of you after at some point. If it ain't short, you know, I mean, I get it. Every now and again, maybe somebody has, like, a long, like, nobody should be taking your time for over an hour. Like, that's ridiculous. Especially when it's like little content and things like that. So be mindful of the energy harvesting that people are doing. They know you're subscribing to them. You're giving them life force energy, whether it's good, whether it's bad. You know, there's a lot of people that use that could sit here and you could be like, somebody's not harvesting off of me talking about all these things. Yeah, you're watching, you're subscribing to them, you're giving them your energy. Like, don't even get me started on this whole Kirk thing and all the loosh energy that they're fucking pulling on with everything. Don't even get me. I can't even. All right, I'm gonna stop. Right. He was just used. He was another actor in the story, and he was used. Now, there are beautiful things. I love seeing the people coming together, right, and stuff, but it's like there's so much. There was an agenda with that. And if you haven't seen that by now, like, what else were they doing while they were pushing this, while they were pulling so much on? But, you know, and he was exposing a lot of the truth and everything to in his own way. So, but like I said, like, it was too planned out. All right, I'm gonna stop there. I'm sending love and light to all of you. Definitely watch whatever you feel guided to. Okay, know that I do not pull off of your energy here. Okay, I uplift you. I am a gatekeeper. I do unlock codes and stuff for you. So watch more content.